Hello, Chantel, Miss Jess Lana, Victoria Reyes-Cruz, Michelle Rutherford, Orlando Rivera, Veronica Shea Bray. Or should I do it the way that I used to do it? Dora Rivera in the house, Michelle Rutherford in the house, Melanie Hill in the house, right? I don't do that anymore because haters do that now. Yes, it's one of those videos. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Luce. Everything is smashing. Absolutely smashing. Mark my words. They're going to start doing that. Everything I say. I promise you, everything I say, everything I do. How is everybody doing? Hello, hello. This is Vanessa Dehanna coming at you live. Here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. I am completely barefaced. I am tired. I am. It's okay. It doesn't even matter that I'm not. How are y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Hi, Catherine. I don't even know how to begin. If this is one of the first videos you're watching, if this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome. If you're a hater of mine, because this is a survival page, and people who survive, unfortunately, have haters, right? Do not mistake me with the people I am going to speak of in this video. I promise you. I gotta set the record straight just a little bit here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Dora. She said she just got back from her district fair. And her legs hurt, but it was good. And you know what? That was good exercise. That was good exercise. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. So, if you are from outside of Texas, this video is old school. When I tell you old school, this survival page is what it is. It started off as no one's gonna believe they're a whole fucking stupid town, and they are, because you cannot be smart to try to think that you can weaponize yourselves, your families, your cousins, your sisters, and all the people that y'all have fucked over through generations, and all the families that you've looked down upon are not going to side with me. Come on now, right? And it was a lesson, that they had to learn. They had to learn that lesson, just like the officials in my town. They wanted to be like, you cannot demonstrate democracy here in Willis County. I am from the southernmost counties in Texas. Starr County, Hidalgo County, Cameron County, and Willis County. I'm not even kidding. It sounds like it has like a good old boy kind of mentality. It absolutely does. It does. It really does. Yeah. Some of y'all may think it's like, yikes. And it is. They can fuck your life up. I'm not the only one it's happened to. But I think in the whole history of Willis County, especially the officials in power, I am the undisputed loudest survival of Willis County corruption. They don't even know the extent to which that is always going to reign true. No. They don't even know what that sentence just meant that I said. I'm not even kidding. They're at this moment, or whenever they're watching this video, and they're looking those words up and putting them together to try to figure out what I said. Or they're too lazy and they're asking the most smartest person in their family, what did she mean by that? Right? Can y'all see Amber Clanton? AmberClanton. She's a 1-year follower. I have a lot of haters that, even though I silence many of them, they live an existence in which they believe, I'm going to be that one. No, you're not. Vanessa Dehanna did not survive all that she has survived in her life for some fucking Amber Clayton, whatever hell. No, it's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, don't believe me, just keep watching. It's just not gonna happen. In like 5 minutes, you will have been a fleeting thought in my mind. And that's it. Right. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. So for those of you that follow me and that have followed me for a long time, I want to tell some of y'all that have been inboxing me while I'm on my hiatus. By the way, I've been on a hiatus. That means that I do not make money off of my social media, unlike the people that I'm going to mention in this video. And does this sound like the tone of a human who cares what those people think because they have platforms? Oh, because even if they band together, they still don't get the views that the real survivor of all of them gets. I go on a hiatus because I don't make money off of this. I go on a hiatus. None of them can. None of them can turn out their YouTube channels or their Facebook pages or any of their social medias because God forbid 24 hours goes by and they don't get no views on their videos because they don't got it the way that their victim got it. And they can go ahead and oppose me and negate me and, just look at the views. Look at the views before, during the live, after the live, and after the hiatus. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Thank you. Did you see that, Amber? I'm not even gonna block you. I'm not. The Vanessa from, the barely surviving Vanessa, right? Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Brooks. Thank you. The barely surviving Vanessa in the beginning, 10 years ago, keep that in mind, right? She would have been like, "And what about it, Amber?" She would have. And look at you. You're just a white woman being mean to a woman of color, a Hispanic. I think I've gotten that point across so much that I don't even have to say it anymore. People already see that the majority of my hate is always of a certain demographic. Always. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Yolis. Thank you. So for those of you that follow my story, if you're super interested in what I have to say, in my survival, in my outcome, in just, if you are fascinated by, I cannot believe that there's a woman in America who has survived all of this shit and she's the only one helping herself, right? Then you're going to be interested in this. There's been a lot of platforms, and it's here in the Rio Grande Valley. You all have not heard of them. You're not, when the rest of America hears them. And this video, honestly, is not for them. I love y'all so much. It's not even for my biggest supporters here in Texas, or the ones that know everything that's going down, right? This video is for people in the future. Yeah. Something's going to prompt you to come to my page one day. And you're going to come across this video. And it's going to be after you've already read something. I was the first one to say that I was going to write a book. I'm not kidding. Now everybody that I've survived is writing book 2. That's the way it is down here in the Rio Grande Valley. Mm-hmm. That's why they tried so hard when they saw, no way, she's not gonna go down as no. Nothing that's good about her is gonna stay good about her because we're gonna try everything that we can to make it bad. And some of you in the future that are, hearing this now are flabbergasted. Mm-hmm. You didn't know that I had to survive. Not only did I have to survive very serious abuses of power, right? But I know. It sucks. Probably if I wasn't living in the Rio Grande Valley, I would not have to survive Tiger King energy. Mm-hmm. The men and the women. And everything in between. Whatever they consider themselves. All the pronouns, everything, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, first of all, those of you, if my haters are like, I don't understand what you, well, first of all, you're not going to because it's you. Because it's you. And the thing is that right now, as I'm making this video, not a lot of people understand, because it's you. But I promise you that in the future, when they see this, they're going to be like, yeah, it is them. Yeah. I didn't survive everything that I survived. To not continue to speak of my story and continue to let everybody know these people that are celebrating are not heroes. No, they're not. No, they're not. Not even a little bit. Absolutely not. I'm here to say that. Okay. At this point, people that have not read my book, people that have not took a deep dive into my story, right? And at this point, a bunch of other hateful people from America have already been identified as hateful people because those people tried doing what local people tried doing. But what they didn't understand that the only reason that local people had even like 1,000 views, and that's because I'm being very generous, is because it's the Rio Grande Valley. And they're bored. They're bored, they're unhealed, they're jealous. What are we jealous of? It doesn't matter what, honestly, it does not matter, y'all. What matters and what's always mattered to me is that the people outside of the Rio Grande Valley that are millions in numbers, if not millions, that's whose opinions matter about stuff like this. I always told y'all your opinions didn't matter to me because I knew one day everybody was going to look at the story and see the villains for who the villains are. Yeah, and they're going to see the villains do things like take on my story. I'm not kidding. You're going to see my villain say, I've only just defended myself. I've only ever just... No, I didn't get involved in Vanessa hitting on story because I wanted to be a big old hater and I just wanted to have all the attention on social media in the Rio Grande Valley, and I wrote the coattails of hate because, well, it was cool to be hateful back then and I wanted to be cool. Yeah. Remember, this is for the audience in the future. Try as you might. You fell back then, you're going to fall down. They already know. They've already been put on game. They know. They're coming over here for a little bit more insight. And people in the future, if any of my hateful platforms, that oppose me, are still around, the ones that I'm going to mention in this video, if they're still around by then, right? Just watch who's going to get triggered. I'm not kidding. They're going to be like 6 years old and try the same old things they did back in 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I promise. Yeah. Yep. So, first of all, I want to let all of you know, I know. I want to go into details right now, but those of you in the future that are watching, you already know what I mean when I say this, right? But and those of you that know my story, you know I'm saying that. But sometimes I like to say what I'm going to speak of, and some people really like some of my haters that try to be like, I was a devilish hater of Vanessa. Yeah, I was part of hate pages. I would go and sit behind her in court as if that was going to do anything. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. And then later on, I'm going to look like a good girl because I said, you know what I did to Vanessa was wrong. But then I go back to being a Vanessa hater because I aligned with another hateful woman, and then she wound up fucking me over. But before I knew that she fucked me over, and she was actually in the midst of fucking me over, that day that I did that shit to Vanessa again, and I went on a hateful man's page that, yes, that man, you all know that you're in the future, you know exactly which man I'm talking about. Yeah. You see, those kind of people are acting like if they're the cool girls in high school right now. No. No. Also, y'all are acting like mean girls. I can't stand being a mean girl. But yes, for real. Y'all are acting like mean girls. And even the ones that were once, damaging my life very, very badly too. And actually were sincere in, I should have never done that to Vanessa. I'm never going to do it to Vanessa again. And it was wrong. And they knew. But they still talk to y'all. They have their opinions and I have mine too. They and y'all have their reach. I mean, it ain't nothing. And I have mine. Mine is what it is without me trying. And I love that shit. Those of you in the future that are watching this, I know. Can you believe they all doubted me? You know where I come from? But you know this by now. But I want to say it now. Because I want them to go and flap their lips and I want them to, that's how you're going to realize what you already know that I'm going to say. right? Thank you. Thank you. No, I don't eat grilled cheese at Starbucks anymore, but I do. I did cheat right now, and I did get a pumpkin spice frappuccino. I did. That's amazing. So, oh my goodness. All right, I'm not even gonna lie. It feels like the Twilight Zone. I'm not even kidding. It's like all of a sudden we're making Joan of Arcs out of hateful fucking vile females that are to this day in September of 2025 still hateful vile females. I mean, I may or may not mention that woman from, you know, the one that's always defending that my biggest violent aggressor, Ophelia Moreno. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You people in the future already know who I'm talking about. I can't believe that. Yes. I mean, I'll probably play this later on in the future. And, well, I am. That's what this is for. And but by that time, you will have known who I'm talking about. Right? I don't really have to survive them. Just like I don't have to survive the local ones that are like that. All those people got involved either because they hated me and they wanted to destroy me. I'm not kidding. That's how evil they are. It's true. Why am I saying this is a video for the future folks, right? That right now, it is a delicious drink. Thank you. Jaime Castañeda needs to, you need to get off my page. How many times do I have to tell you all contact reviews are wanted? This is not Kathy's page. Yes, y'all, in the future, look at him. That's that one. Yeah, that's that one. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. That's that one. That's that one that did all that other stuff. No, that's that one telling me prayers good night that's still going to be watching because I'm, he made himself known, so I might as well, just, right? If I were him, I would be thinking to myself, Willacy County right now is trying to redeem themselves, right? And there's likely cases, some that have not even been brought up, in which he will find himself an adversary. And I think that people like that, well, because I've written my book. In my book, where you see me write about people like that, because a lot of people started to hate me because they were like, I want my voice to be heard. I don't care if it means that I'm opposing Vanessa Tijerina for no fucking reason at all. As long as I have a group of people who are just as dim-witted as me, right, and are willing to be part of my disturbed team, right? That's all I care about. Right? I mean, seriously, Michelle says, walk them be. He literally came over here and handed me his leash. I mean, why would you do that? Why? I'm going to tell my brother to sue you for showing him. Not going to happen. But now that he made his entrance, I don't care what anybody says. Y'all in the future have read my book, and I'm saying it right now. And everything I'm saying, I do not care who in the real Grande Valley laughs or whatever. It's a real fucking Grande Valley. There's hardly any thinkers like the ones that are my true recipients of my messages, right? Okay. So, this guy came over here right now, and he's one of the ones, right, that's being praised. Yeah, he did it. Jaime did it. Jaime got Ophelia Moreno. Jaime didn't do shit. Jaime didn't do shit. He got lucky. He got lucky, and it's sad. And you in the future know why this is sad. And by the time that moment comes, all these, hyenas that laugh down here, yeah, and they did. And you already know the type. I know. Jaime Castañeda did not do the job that got Ophelia Moreno off of social media for now. No. And you know what's so sad? You all in the future know why it's sad. But right now, they don't understand why it's sad. They don't. They're just like, yay, Jaime, that's great, Jaime. First of all, he was one of my biggest haters, calling me a drug user from just weeks ago. I would love to see him do that now. Because Willacy County is, they're going to do what they want, And there's just certain people that don't live here that they really want to make an example out of in their own corrupt way. However, in my case, it's real harassment. When a woman tells you do not contact her spaces, do not come to your, Even Mr. Goodman, John Goodman, because that district attorney is the reason, and he deserves all the glory. Because when you are a district attorney, especially in these 4 counties, which is the southernmost part of Texas, it's the deepest part of Texas, when so many district attorneys and assistant district attorneys can so easily choose the corrupt life, Mr. Goodman didn't. And what these people do not understand is that Jaime Castañeda is no Joan of Arc. He did nothing at all, that go and do what many of us have done in Willacy County. That we had a prosecutor and a district attorney that is right now, even in the future, it was, because she's not there anymore, I promise you. Those of you laughing, it's like, I don't know, it's going to be so hilarious, because you're going to be like, well, goddamn, she's right. Yes, I'm right, it's going to be true. We didn't have that luxury. We didn't. And it was so bad that not only did it affect the lives, very seriously, she allowed harassment to affect the lives of Willacy County residents by Ofelia Moreno and other people. She's the reason. She is the biggest reason. The district attorney, she's the biggest reason why Hidalgo County and Cameron County residents and Bexar County residents have had their lives harassed, tormented, have allowed. She's the reason that Ofelia Moreno was empowered to harass and torment people from Bexar County, people from Hidalgo County, and people from Cameron County. And what these people don't understand is Jaime Castañeda is no spectacular human. Not at all. I mean, first of all, no spectacular human comes over here to harass me. But then again, what do we expect from a person who has a history of harassing me, right? If I were him, no matter how much Annette Hinojosa hates me, I do not think that her disdain for me outpowers the Rainville Police Department and the Willacy County prosecutors to make an example of Jaime Castañeda. That would put a whole wrench in his case over there. I mean, don't come over here, hand me your leash, and then complain. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I don't know why you would do that. That's crazy. So what people down here in the Rio Grande Valley who are high-fiving hate, because they're hateful people. They're hateful people, right? You don't go over there and be friends with an obviously hateful person. Those of you in the future know exactly what I mean, because I just thank God for the rest of you that finally, at this moment that I'm making this video, you all are not the majority. And it's unfortunate because my story hasn't gotten out there right now that I'm making this. But in the future, you all, and I've always known, you will always be the majority. Always, always. The Rio Grande Valley haters do not define the greatness that's in the Rio Grande Valley. No, not at all. So the saddest part about it is that they don't realize, no, Jaime Castañeda is not a hero at all whatsoever. In fact, he's a really bad harasser. He's a mental abuser of a lot of people. He's a slanderer. He's a libelist. Yes, it's awful. Completely awful. Even my haters, they have all been affected by him. But the thing is that they can't stand alone. They can't. Show me one they can. Show me one they can. That's right. You in the future know. No, they've never been able to show you when they can. That's right. That's right. And so they're there high-fiving this man when the glory goes to the assistant Hidalgo County prosecutor, John Goodman, for choosing to be a non-corrupt person in a position of power. The glory goes to him. And sadly, Willacy County, I feel so bad for y'all. I mean, I've gone through a lot of shit that maybe a lot of y'all have not gone through, but I mean, that's part of my story. There's a reason that God made me go through it. But I feel really sorry for the people in Willacy County that haven't gotten justice yet. I really do. I hope that all of your stories, especially the ones where maybe the Rainville Police Department or Annette Hinojosa have openly and obviously and overtly denied you justice, or in my opinion, the greatest reason for that is they somehow want to protect Ofelia Moreno, who we all know is proven that she has no integrity. Yeah, but there's a reason. There's a reason that that's getting protected. Yeah. Well, in the future, actually, if we're lucky enough, you will already have known how true all that shit is. And yes, these people down here were laughing at all that shit, saying it wasn't going to happen. I swear to you, they were all of them. That hater from Brownsville, formerly from Chicago, him, John Allen, Lupe Olivares, those females that are right now acting like if they're the coolest girls in school. Y'all want to be fun with Faye Moreno so badly, but y'all are just like her. She's not the only one that took on shit that I would say my whole life, and suddenly I hear these hateful women using those words that they never used before. You can even go to the first videos. It's the truth. It's the truth. I do not mind. I do not mind because I'm here being my authentic self the way I've always been my authentic self. I'm so authentic that I can show my face. And no, not show my face just a little bit. No, show my face through the entire video. And like it or not, people tend to gravitate positively towards those that show their eyes, especially, rather than not showing their eyes, the nuances of their face. You can go ahead and go and look that up. What it means is the tiny micro expressions that the majority of people don't really pick up on. I mean, gosh, you're probably gonna have to look those words up too. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know. You people in the future, you know, that's what I have to survive. I'm not even kidding. It's the truth. It's true. So while all those people are high-fiving them, they're literally forsaking Willis County and Raymondville. No. And you know what's sad? They don't even realize that the saddest part of this is that even I'm calling that's how much I've gone through, that's how much I've survived. And these people who have gone through the same thing, that families I don't even know in the Rio Grande Valley, they will agree with me. And you in the future know that they have agreed with me by that time. They don't even talk about something that is the most serious thing of all this, is that why is it so extraordinary and amazing for somebody who took an oath to seek justice? Why does it make them a hero that they actually do their job? Why does it make them a hero that they do, actually they're not even go above and beyond their duties, that they just do their duties? You people in the future know how, you know, this is the beginning of what you all in the future know. I'm still in the thick of it. And like always, I'm calling my shots, and you know, that's what's gonna happen. No one at all. Nobody saying, that's great, hi man, and you know, blah blah blah, this is great, this is great. You really think, what kind of lives do you think some of us who are not connected to those in power are living when we're denied justice? Oh, those of you in the future understand now that yes, a lot of my haters, most of my haters, all of my haters cried and whined about the fact that they never got justice. Yeah. Acting like I'm the star of this show. I'm the star of the whole show. Like I heard one today saying, all of those ladies just want to be like the number one in the valley. Like, why are y'all even competing for that? Nobody wanted to be the number one survivor in the valley of public corruption. That's some scary shit. It is. Not one of my haters is ever going to come even close to surviving everything that I survived. That yes, you in the future will already have learned about each and every one of them and how they tried doing exactly that. So instead of talking about why are we, first of all, the right thing to do would be to praise that assistant prosecutor. But let's think more critically on it. And if we think more critically, if it's possible, why do we want to give a medal to somebody that works in the district attorney's office that is literally doing what they're getting paid to do? Yeah, that's how bad things are in the Rio Grande Valley. That we applaud when officials actually don't abuse their power and actually do what they're supposed to do. Not even go above and beyond their duty. When they just do what they're supposed to do. We applaud that. But you know what's even worse? Is that we do not do anything to those that have caused, through the years and generations of abuses of power, to normalize in our minds that it's something just phenomenal for a district attorney or an assistant district attorney to do that. He did his job. Isn't that amazing, you guys? That is amazing. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? That is just awesome. I mean, honestly, he should be publicly recognized for doing his job instead of saying how sad that there are district attorneys right now at this time that have abused their powers, ruined lives, have had people sitting in prison that don't deserve to be in prison. I mean, just doing the worst that they can do to such a degree that when a neighboring county's district attorney or his assistant merely does his job, we see that as absolutely, let's give them the Nobel Peace Prize. Nobody thinks that that's sad. I'm sorry, Willis County. The rest of those haters don't really care about y'all. I mean, I have, I mean, come on. The other day, I heard one of my haters say, I'm going to mention it because it matters. Those of you in the future that you already know that, yes, they make teams. Yes. When two of my most vicious, hateful people from the public, the two first, because all the rest of them followed. All the rest of them are Tiger King bullshit energy. That's what they are. That's what they are. Only people who pretend to be a good person now when you are actively associating with the worst human peoples on the planet. For real. So, two of my most hateful humans, right? I had to survive. I had no choice, y'all. If given the option, I'm sure most people would want to survive, not that shit. Not that shit. And I had no choice. So whenever they had their little, breaking up or whatever, they gave each other names. Yes, they gave each other names. Y'all in the future know that I am not kidding about this. They gave each other names. And the one thing they had in common was being in a sport, and that sport was destroying Vanessa Dating. Destroying her in every way possible, participating perhaps in the beating of her face. Because before that, we failed at everything else. While we tried making her look stupid, we highlighted our lack of intelligence. While we tried to pretend to be like her and denied pretending to be like her, even though we started saying shit that we never said before until she said it. Yes, we were all part of a sport that only shitty humans were a part of. Never, you people in the future, name me one person that you have read about any of this that was a good human that was part of that shit. Yeah. So they gave each other these names, right? And I saw this one that a lot of you, my followers, how sad. You in the future, thank y'all so much for understanding. But even my followers right now, they don't really understand. They don't. They don't. But when they're over there supporting that shit, I think you all are forgetting that person literally went on a hate page of a man that is probably streaming to me right now because, well, he has something else going for him, right? And I probably make him the most money on his page, even though he doesn't have my permission to. Right? No good human, no good woman goes on a page like that. Nope. No one. And true friends are not amicable with a human man like that. They're not. The people that are hearing this right now in this year, only my truest of true good people followers, they know what I mean, right? But I thank God for you people in the future that know exactly what I mean. You didn't have to be convinced. All you had to do was read the truth. They cannot be refuted. Was see and hear his words, see his actions. And because you've judged me by the people that have spoken against me. So that somebody was bragging on their page in the audience by saying, I've been in this, and they don't realize whenever now they say they're so proud, I've been a part of this for 5 years. You've been a part of hating Vanessa Dating. Yeah, and you're proud of that. And the person that everybody thinks is a victim right now, and you know what? I'm a good person, and I can admit, the hater whose side that you were taking so much, and you went and you ran on that hateful man's page, was already fucking you over at that time. That you were like, oh no, she's my really good friend, and this and that. And she's already doing that. Yeah, she was. So one of her hateful audience says, I've been in this for 5 years, and you all, when they say in this, it's my story. All these people wanting to write books and shit like that, it's my fucking story. It's my story. Nobody would know who these humans were. None of them would have gotten hurt by Ofelia Moreno or any one of her other hateful people. None of them would have gotten hurt were it not for their incessant need to be part of the hate against Vanessa Dating. So imagine what I thought when an audience member, and you can hear the joy. So how can you tell me this is a good human? When you can hear the joy in her voice. Because her audience member said, I've been a part of this for 5 years. I've been surviving for 11, 12 years. What they speak of is the second half of my survival. Do you know what she said? Hey, that's a long time you've been a part of that. Yeah. Part of the things. Those of you in the future are gasping. I know. Yeah. And there's humans, many down here. You know, the further we get away from this, the easier it is for them to be like, that's fucked up, which means you're fucked up. And yeah, not everybody is defined by their mistakes, but a lot of people are defined by what they normalize. So her response was, the fangs? So happy and proud and speaking of it as if it was this wholesome group. It was run by one of the most hateful men. One of the most despicable men. Oh, no, don't. You people in the future know, but the ones right now, they don't really know. And if they know, they don't care because it's just as hateful. And if they know and they care, it doesn't matter because they just want to be accepted by any group, even if it's a hate group. No person that's a good human normalizes the recollection of a hate group as a good nostalgic memory. No one. And to my audience in the future, by now you know. Everybody that I mentioned in my book, of course, is mad. Because I snuffed out their little, no, you will always be the villain. Here's the facts. Did I do anything to hate on you? Was I part of hate groups? Was I privy to information, serious information regarding seriously criminal things that were done to you? But I didn't care enough to do anything about it. But I'm trying to make a platform so that everybody thinks I'm wholesome. To such a degree that I feel so comfortable recollecting and referring to a previous hate group. Oh, you were part of Thanks? Which one were you? You might have, what she meant to say was, which team were you on that hated Vanessa? I'm not kidding. It was said with that same enthusiasm and with that same normalization of hate. In her words, in her voice. Yeah. I get it. I'm on a hiatus, so it's not so much fun. It used to be a lot of fun when Vanessa wouldn't take a break, right? To evolve and grow and do, be laughed at the entire time and come back like, yeah. I know it's not that fun. It's boring, right? But that shows me who my true followers are. My true followers do not get bored and go to a page of a woman who reminisces and recollects a hate group and thinks it's real cute. Which part of a group were you? You've been part of a 5-year the 5-year last 5 year survival of Vanessa Tijerina? Which hate group was it that you were on? Just like that. Just like that. Oh, she was wronged by one of her. Oh, she was wronged by the one woman that Vanessa has never wanted to have shit to do with. Because she always knew anything that person is involved in, that person will come out burned by that. Those people will come out burned by that person. Because that's just the way that human is. I do not care what platform she goes on to. I mean, please. I'm serious. It's the truth. And so I'm just here to remind y'all that when all these people are, and some of them are complaining, I've been surviving for 5 years. Why are you surviving? When you say those 5 years and associate yourself with, I've been surviving this for, who forced you to be involved in the survival of Vanessa Tijerina so that she wouldn't survive? Who told you, who forced you to be involved in trying to change the minds of the public against Vanessa Tijerina? Who's the problem? The person that you tried destroying that has been surviving for fuck your 5 years. I've been surviving for over a decade. All of you, I've outlasted all your fucking hate groups. All of them. I've outlasted every friendship that you've made with haters that never lasted. I've outlasted every moment that you became a target of the hate. And that during your survival of this, what do you expect when you form friendships? Let me just, people who form, you in the future know, she wasn't lying. What do people expect when vicious haters suddenly become friends? Their true character is hate. Do you think they're going to be loyal to you? No. But what's weird is I don't allow people to, when somebody's like, you're pretty, I'm like, thank you so much. You're being kind and polite, but thank you. Because I know what I look like, right? But you fucking haters, to this day, and I count within the last few months, you thinking that it's so cool to associate yourself with an evil human like that man and those other men. What do you think is going to happen when you align with anybody else that hated me? Look at what happened to you. When you aligned, you thought you were real strong. When you aligned with 5 other haters, what did you think was going to be so different? That you didn't think that hater, who I've identified as, yes, one of the most vicious haters, not the most, but one of the most. What did you think was going to happen? I saw it. I knew it. In fact, when you were fucking me over, I reminded you. I stated, this is sad because you are going to see that I wasn't wrong here. To expect loyalty from people that have demonstrated them to be evil with their choices is fucking weird. To pretend as if, oh my goodness, I'm a victim. Why are you a victim though? Why are you a victim? Why? Because you got involved with doing the same kind of evil shit that you are surviving now from another hater that I survived? Is that really a victim? Like Jaime Castañeda. Is he really a victim for at one point aligning with Ofelia Moreno and then having a fallout and becoming her target, which is a pattern and practice of hers? Is that a true victim? Is a true victim somebody that reminisces about, hey, were you with the things? Is that a true victim? Is a true victim a human that once aligned with Ofelia Moreno to destroy me? And then aligns with another one? And that gets screwed over by that? And on top of that, isn't even humble and acts like a mean girl, a cool mean girl. No, I'm just here to remind you. Yes, I know you in the future, you already know, I do not need to give you more explanation, kind of explanation that I'm giving now. I know that, and I love y'all for that. And I always knew that you all would be there one day. I always knew that. I always knew that. But a lot of y'all were here messaging me lately. Yes, I know what's going on. Why would you watch that? My book is a true story. There's not many more kinds of true stories about villains that actually demonstrate in the narrative or in that created piece of work that shows the actual villain in that true story like telling on themselves. Because yeah, they did that shit. There's some people that have never, really kind of damaged me. And if they did, I don't know about it yet, right? But it's something whenever I hear people say, you know what, Jaime already, first of all, Jaime didn't do shit. Jaime didn't do anything. Jaime did what many victims of Ofelia Moreno's have done. Go ask the Marroquins. Bless their damn hearts. Nobody has been as affected in those ways as that family has. They didn't get in this shit to be gossips, to be part of something, or to be able to hate. And hey, I can go to a group because I'm actually a really shitty person and I don't look so shitty when I'm with other shitty people. They didn't do that. So to hear somebody say, Jaime did it all, no. It was a assistant district attorney that actually did the job that needs to be done by the harassment law in Texas. Yes, once again, the people in this day and age, not the future, but right now, are like, We don't get it. We don't get why that's wrong. We don't get why we think it's amazing. First of all, some of us aren't smart enough to realize that Jaime is not some amazing, spearheading, suggested. No. First of all, there's that layer of what's going on here, right? But the other layer is that John Goodman is the real hero here, and he should be a hero because he chose merely for choosing to be in a profession in which you are heroes. It's that other thing that people right now in this day and age cannot understand. Wait, why does he look like a hero? Like, why is everybody okay with him looking like it? Like, forget about making Jaime the hero. That's bad enough. But why in the Rio Grande Valley do good humans doing their job to protect people look spectacular? And we know that they look spectacular because many of them have abused their powers against human beings to the degree that their freedom has been taken away unjustly, to the degree that hate crimes against them are not fully prosecuted, to the degree that they weaponize themselves to ruin human lives. Why aren't we recognizing that shit right there is what's making us think that these other district attorneys are going above and beyond their duties when really they're actually doing the right thing, and those other people are just abusing their powers? You people in the future, I love you so much. I love you so much. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? But right now, as I make this video, I'm living during a time when all of that is lacking. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm not. To those of you that think, because you told me big concern. First of all, I love all of y'all. Thank you all for all of the nice comments. I love y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for the good energy. Thank you. There's not a thing that a hater can say ever in my life that will change anything about what I'm saying and what I'll ever say. I keep my fingers on the pulse of the hate, because just like they try to make me their contact in their piddly little way, you in the future know exactly what I'm talking about. High five. These people right now are, yes, these people right now are just doubting me. Yeah, they're just doubting me. But there is no sweeter victory than being doubted. And it's not just about proving your haters wrong. It's just about being doubted. It's about being underestimated. There is no sweeter victory than that. Yeah, there's no sweeter victory than that. All right. So yes, I know, y'all. I mean, seriously. It's like if they have butter knives, right? And I have a whole ass sword, on it. And I'm giving them a little credit, saying that they have a butter knife. Yeah. To hear somebody say that I'm speaking to somebody, y'all, seriously, it's already been I don't know how many times that you always try to associate, there's going to be some times that people that don't like you are going to align with the same views. The people that don't like you that have been hateful to me, there's going to be times when their views align. You think I'm going to talk to somebody that mentions my daughters in the way that person has mentioned my daughters? But the fact that you even say that, the fact that I hear somebody that has only never lived through what I have survived for 10 years say, yeah, Jaime's already done what he's done, and I think we should all, who's you? Who is you on the subject of this? No, this is not Jaime's story. This is not John Goodman's story. This is not Anahi Hinojosa's story. This is not the story of every single victim who became a victim, who forced their involvement because they wanted to also destroy me, or they were a weirdo narcissist that somehow wanted to get into groups like she did to this hater recently, and she tried to do to me, like, I'm gonna go because all my life I've wanted to be the person that has all the attention on me, and I get jealous really, really easily, and I talk a lot of shit about people behind their back because I'm just like that, and so I'm gonna try to enter their social circle and then discredit them in ways that they'll never find out that it was me, and then I'll be the star. Yeah, Yolanda Saldivar vibes. What makes all of y'all any better than the other person? I've been surviving this shit for 10 years. You all have been spectators or actual active members in the hate that I survived. Some of you I have supported stronger because I had empathy for you when you were surviving Ofelia Moreno. And then you're out there supporting Jaime Contreras. Either doesn't have the capacity to understand Jaime is not no. What's more important here is that Jaime has hurt many of us, and he just happened to have a district attorney who did his fucking absolute best job. The people that are saying we've already met that's your objective. You didn't get your face beat. Vanessa Tijerina is going to talk about this shit that a lot of people do not want her to talk about until Vanessa Tijerina gets a necessary level of justice in the actual judicial system, in the actual justice system, or at the very least, in the system of social justice. Nobody, they can say it all they want, but Vanessa Tijerina is not going to take the advice of anybody. Who I supported, who I raised awareness to your survival, and then you want to mention my name as if I were to be on speaking terms with a human that would ever mention I'm not like your friends. This one right here is not like your friends. I'm autistic. I'm not like your friends. I cannot put on a pair of shoes that is completely uncomfortable and ever even put them on my feet again. No, thank you. Bye. Fuck those shoes. I cannot put on a scratchy shirt and then be like, let me try this shirt again. No, fuck that shirt. I don't ever want to see that shirt again. I am not like your friends. Like your friends who have stalked me. Like your friends who here recently goes on a hateful man's page, and thank you also. Thank you though. Thank you. I give credit where credit is due because I'm not a complete asshole. But I will not allow somebody to give the impression that, yeah, we should all be quiet. What? That was to everyone else, right? I mean, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. If you're a man that's coming over here to try to talk to me, please don't do that. Why would you do that? One more time, and then I'm going to go on with what I'm saying. The only men who ever come here and make themselves known and who are good humans are men who come over here and are exceptionally, and I mean like otherworldly, like, wow, a kind of man like that exists, is an exceptionally respectful human. Not one that comes over here to act like a little bitchy woman or comes over here and, tries to use this as their little soapbox to make some kind of, I don't know, whatever statements they're making. No. Go away. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I know a lot of y'all watching me are empaths just like me. You all have probably demonstrated to yourself and to others that you have cared more than you probably ever should have about another human being. But that's what makes you a good human being. I never ever raised awareness or identified when somebody is being treated unfairly, who later in the future then tries to take ownership of 5 of the 10 years of my journey. No. I don't regret ever helping people like that, because I know that God in the universe knows that I helped people like that without ever expecting anything back. That absolutely am I going to mention it. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not like your friends. I'm not like your friends who are screwing over your other friends. No. I'm not like your friends who cannot stand on their own. No. I'm not like your audience or your friends that listen to things like, I think we should just stop. Autonomy. No, I have autonomy. No. And once more, all of you surviving, whether you want to say you're surviving Ofelia Moreno, or whether you're saying that you're surviving one of the other haters that supports her, or what, all of y'all signed up for this shit. All of y'all. I was a woman who believed her 4 children and did the most, wielding democracy as her biggest, strongest, most potent weapon. I never got involved and was like curious. Let me go ask questions. I'm curious about this stuff that's drama's going on. Oh, I don't care if it's a woman that is literally going through some serious, unjust shit. And then later on, when I'm affected by the hate, not only am I going to see that same woman stand up for me and raise awareness to my survival and support me, but I'm gonna also act weird later on and kind of act like if this is my story and me and my hateful friends who were once part of the people trying to destroy her, and to this day some still are, and we're gonna act like we're cool girls. No, you're not. You look like bullies. You look like bullies. And some of you are just plain bullies. I mean, seriously, for real. So I'm just reminding all of you that I'm probably gonna have to, and you know what? I knew that it was gonna come to this. It's okay. I'm probably gonna have to let go of a lot of more friendships. That's fine by me. Sometimes you have to let go of the friends that do shit like that to you in order to make room for the ones that never, ever, ever will even think of doing shit like that to you. So this is just Vanessa Tahiti now. One more time. I don't need a microphone. I don't need a whole group of people as co-hosts. I don't need none of that. I don't need to become a hater of somebody, right? And then try to get sympathy from the public and be like, I was a hater of hers, and then just become a hater again. And some of my supporters who, bye, it's okay, I do not need your support, that's fine, cannot understand, oh, that's really fucked up. Also, they're really acting like they are so cool. So cool. I look at this and I've been looking at what's been happening in the last few days, and I'm like, they're normalizing this kind of behavior. Like, man, I shouldn't even care. I'm trying to be nice about it, but the thing is that y'all have done some shitty, fucked up shit to me. But y'all are there acting, y'all complain about everybody else. But everybody else that has their own fucking shitty little platforms, we're the exact kind of haters as you. The exact kind. And when you do shit to try to, I don't know, humble them, or that's why I only use this as a survival page. Because it literally seems like people are just grandstanding and normalizing, pretending because it's pretend. Because no, you're not the coolest girls in school. No. Y'all are hateful people who claim to be victims and surviving other hateful people. The things, the gossip, the smear campaigns, and everything they've done. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the hateful people, you know, that you claim have done hateful things to you, have they gone to your court cases? Or when you have court cases? Or have they done anything that's kind of equal to sitting behind you in a court? Okay. Have they made hate pages to the degree that you were involved in? To me? No. Not at all. Not at all. Did I ever attack your physical features the way that you attacked mine when you were behind the hate page? That's what makes a really powerful person a powerful person. When they have the ability, because they survived darkness to the depths of which not one of you fucking mean girl haters has ever survived. And you know that you can be the evilest monster of them all. But you choose not to. You choose not to. The first one to get personal is the first one that loses every single battle. So yeah, I've been seeing it. I've been watching it. No one's fucking winning. No one's winning. There is. You have to understand that the sides, both sides, all sides, y'all. That lady Yaya. Anybody who sides with Ofelia Moreno, you in the future, you already know. You've already classified that one, that Yaya, and then the local ones that are like them. I just want to give my opinion, this and that. There's just people that will flip sides and literally have been on one group of hate and then another group of hate, but it's always hate. You don't ever see them with me. No. Mm-mm. And they can call me every name in the book. It will always be them. They can shame me in every way. I have to tell myself not to say certain things. They can shame me in every way that they want, and I don't care. Because it's them. And some people who are not smart enough will be like, well, the people in 2025, fuck the people in 2025, they're my haters. What matters is you, beautiful people, in the future that know a piece of shit human when you see a piece of shit human. And I always knew that I was going to reach you. But it took a long time. It took a long time. Mm-hmm. It did. It did. Everything that people... I know everything that has gone on. So weird. Mm-hmm. But you're going to find yourself in a position... whenever I see... I don't know. Whenever I see a hater that's been hurt by another hater... I'm not like your audience that's like believing bullshit like, well, we're just trying to be... Shut the fuck up, you're fucking haters. You're mean women. You can survive hate without being a mean girl. It's possible. It really is. It's not possible if that hate is truly in your character, which you've proven it is. And just let me underscore this. I will, whenever I feel like it, whenever I want to, I will talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Well, why doesn't she? Because she don't want to. Well, why doesn't she do it? Because she don't want to do that shit. Why would she want to do the idea of a fucking dumbass hater? That's on me. That's on me. Right? So you can anticipate your wins, right? And you're, I'm the coolest girl. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not, because I could probably make a whole video on all of the phrases that you use that you never used before until I used them. You're just like Ofelia Moreno. You're just like Ofelia Moreno. That's why you were on her team. Remember? There's a reason. Yeah. Very few of you, a small percentage of you, and I love y'all. Yeah, you talk to these fucking bitches. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I have earned the right to call them these fucking bitches. Because to this day, they know information that can lead to opening up a true case against hateful men. I have earned the right to say that. Because to this day, they normalize being cordial to vile, evil, hateful men. I have earned the right. When they call me a bitch, they just look like bitches. Like mean, hateful, vile bitches. Like who they are. It's different. And those of you that understand me, I don't have to explain to you why it's different. There's a difference between them getting petty with me and me calling them for what they truly are. These are no heroes. These are no victims. And if it seems like sometimes I am defending someone, it's only because another fucking hater is doing some stupid shit to another one of my haters, that I don't want somebody from the public that's actually a good human to see the stupid bullshit and believe that bullshit that they're trying to do to the other person and scare them and silence their potential voice that can help their generation in the future. So I will call out when something is bullshit. My low vibrating, not that smart haters will be like, oh, she's siding with them. Oh, shit, that's you. That's why I'm grateful for the future viewers of this video. What you gonna do? Make a show about me? You've done that. You just didn't do it with your face. Oh, this time you're gonna do it with you don't even do it with your face. There's no authenticity there. For those of you that have damaged me before, and I really hope you never become like, these people that are acting like victims because a hater that they knew was a hater fucked them over, right? You've never hurt me again because you know that I didn't deserve it. I'd be lying if it doesn't look some kind of way or feel kind of strange to see people that I've forgiven and that have not betrayed me again, like that hater, those haters. It just feels some kind of strange way. It's different for somebody to say, I can speak to Vanessa and at the same time be friends with this other person. That has not really hurt me, that has been an asshole towards me, right? But a piece of shit human being that I don't care if during the time she was, now she's going to be a good human to Vanessa, right? It was an act. Because if it wasn't an act, it wouldn't be so easy for her to go on the white hater woman page. Those of you in the future already know. Yes, I know. I know. And it wouldn't be so easy for that person to go on that hateful man's page. And it wouldn't be so easy that just within the last few days when she mentions, hey, you've been in this for 5 years. Wow, that's a long time. Were you part of the things? Fucking disgusting. Because even some of you that have not betrayed me again, even some of you were part of the things. And even though you know it was wrong for you to be part of that group because it was a hate group, you still consider a person who thinks of that group and is nostalgic in a way that she does not recognize that as hate to this day. It makes me feel a little unsafe. It does. That's a survivor in me. Look, I have not talked no shit about no haters because I don't need to right now. I don't need to defend myself against any of the haters that you women that are trying to act like we're the coolest girls in school. You're fucking haters. You're fucking piece of shit haters. Just like them. The only difference is you have a little bit of a bigger platform. You're inauthentic fucking haters. This is truth. Those of you in the future already know. But remember, I'm living in a time where I haven't reached y'all yet. And there's just a lot of shitty ass people that either refuse to and they know that it's wrong, but they don't care because they hate me too, or they're stupid. Or they're true fucking haters to the core. That's what I'm living right now. I'm not living the life I will be living when you in the future are watching this. And mark my words, that's proof that manifestation works. Because you're going to be like, damn, she is living that fucking life that they all laughed that she wouldn't be living. That's why you have to be strong. And it doesn't matter how many people are like, I'm surviving now. I'm surviving. You're surviving because you got involved with hating me. You don't want to admit it, but that's what it was. And to make it worse, you gained a lot of followers with sympathy for you, for being like, good for you. Look at her. Good for her. Look at her. She's admitting that she hurt Vanessa. It takes a strong person to do that. And it also takes a shitty, vile, hateful person to walk back on that with her actions. There's no victims here. And if there's victims, these are not people that innocently were victimized. These are people that were victimized by people who victimized me. These are people who were victimized because they got into this because for a long time they victimized me. These are people who will be like, oh, she's always talking about being a victim, while it's okay for them to be a victim now. Even though I was never a victim because I was out there hating people. Those of you in the future already know what I've accomplished with my story. These low vibrational minds thing. That's why, for those of you that are surrounded by people that are surviving now, just look at my story. Look at that. I never let any of these motherfuckers ever make me feel any kind of fucking way. You're fat, you're ugly, you're a drug user, you have cellulite, your house looks like a spooky house, you don't cut your grass. The universe knows the difference between me and you, haters. And you're not even close to being as powerful as the universe is. You're like nothing. You don't even vibrate near the level that goodness in the universe vibrates. And no matter how many of you say, well, you don't either, those of you in the future know how wrong they were. And how, yes, I am. I did. And I always, by the time you're watching it, I will still be. Mm-hmm. Hi, Teresa Ariano. Valadez says, hi, Vanessa. I woke up and seen your live. I always buy moon pies and I remember you love them. Thank you. I did love them, but I can't be having that right now. I remember when you see my nose getting red because I want to cry. Every time Starbucks, when Starbucks came out with pumpkin spice flavor, it was one of the happiest. It was one of the happiest times of my life. Mm-hmm. To those of you that are my friends, you know, I don't give up on people simply because they are neutral. We give a platform to anybody with any opinion, whether you are a hateful, vile human or not. Those of you that vibe higher, those of you that know, those of you that are intellectuals, those of you, whatever, those of you that are laughed at by fucking valley people, right? For remembering the dangers of neutrality. Know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no integrity in neutrality. No fucking integrity in neutrality. No integrity in neutrality. And I want you to know that I thank you for all my followers that are still, support me energetically as much as you always have, even though I'm not as active on social media as I used to be. And so it's not that fun. And so you want to be entertained. And so you go to the page of fucking, haters who are still haters of mine. Who are still on good terms with vile fucking men. Who still recollect and reminisce as a hate group being like a fun thing. I'm not kidding. That's fucking weird. Just know that when you go to their platform, if that's what you want and that makes you happy, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I may not want your energy because that's not good energy. Anybody that goes over there and vibes on there in any way, that's not good energy. If I know you in real life and I've actually spent time with you in real life and we've made a bond in real life, I feel the same way. Am I going to be like other hateful people telling you, you can only be her friend or my friend? Absolutely fucking not. That's not an authentic connection no matter what decision you make. I value the people that make that decisions in their own mind by themselves. That's fucking amazing. When they can be like, am I being a good friend by doing this? And they really reflect on their choices. That's gold. That's gold. That's gold. So just remember, if I wanted to, I could do a whole show on how you're just like Ofelia Moreno. Using phrases and words and everything that you never used before. And that's petty. It's petty. Petty is so fucking easy for me because that's so like down there. That is hella easy for me. What makes me not a hater is that I don't resort to that unless I'm proving a point, which I rarely do anymore. I've learned to let my haters prove my point. Mimi Donovan Winter Ross says, no genuine person would go over there and stay. I didn't need to know you the first time I came across them blocked. Thank you. Hi, Nelly. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. I don't care how many raffles you give away. Yeah, I said it. Man, I don't give up. I really don't care. I survived stronger people than y'all. I mean, honestly, for real. People with law degrees. People in fucking power. I've survived you, which means I'll always survive you. So yeah, I'm gonna say that shit. I don't care how many raffles you give away. I don't care how you entice people. I don't care. my true followers, no, that's not going to be enough to keep them there. It's not. And like I said, this message is intended to the future recipients. And it's not that I care about the quantity. I'm glad whoever erased their comment, that you thank you. Thank you for the energy, though, you showed me, right? But, you know, I can understand why you erased it. I didn't even read it. Y'all can stay over there. I don't want you here anymore. I really don't. If I see you, I won't point you out. I won't single you out. You know? You just won't be acknowledged. And no. Because I've noticed. They treat other people who are my haters like they want to be a part of this page and a part of that page. And it's like, no. This is a page that has at one time or another, some multiple times, has been used to survive all those other fucking platforms. I don't want your energy here. Especially if you're somebody that's so fucking bored. I don't know if you have undiagnosed mental illness. I don't know if you're just an asshole. You don't know but any better. It's energy that's all at the same frequency. Honestly, that's the energy that you vibe at. And until you choose to be maybe not your highest self, but to be elevated, to be your elevated self that's more elevated than being on that shit, then I do not want your energy here. Just because you're bored. Just because you're bored and you want to deal with the drama in the 956, which is my survival story. If it has anything to do with those fucking haters, anything to do with anybody there, it's my damn story. Ain't nobody would have heard their name, would have known who they were, nothing, had I not fucking survived them. And continue to, forever. So, by making this video, I'm going to leave it up. I do not care. We already know that, their hateful guy friend's going to stream it, right? And I'm sure there's going to come a time, because I get really attached to people that I love and I care about. But there always comes a time where I just wake up one day and I'm like, no, I love them and everything, but they can stay with that shit. They can. Yeah, they can. Mimi says, when I heard how much hate was in that group, I felt compelled to get away from that. I know. You know how many times I've been so fucking embarrassed that I ever sent y'all over there. That I sent y'all over there because they fooled me too. I can admit it. I'm the kind of person that tries to see the best in people, right? And many times I see their potential, and their potential that I see, that's why many times I'm able to point out things that are amazing in humans that no one before me in their life, not their best friends, not their siblings, not their parents, ever pointed out in them. But I'm able to identify that. And many times those amazing things clouds and eclipses that those people are still evil fucking humans. So there's a lot of times that I've been embarrassed that I say over there. But you know what? I'm kind of glad I did. Because it separated my genuine supporters from the supporters that pretended to be my supporters, that were just fucking bored and wanted to be a part of something. They did not care about the injustice between me and my children, the injustice that all 4 of my children have survived. I mean, shit, some of y'all are on fucking Manny's page. So if it wasn't for me pushing people over there and seeing the ones that are still okay to be there, I would have never known. I love you, Michelle. She says, this is your story, and I'm so happy you're addressing this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Victoria Rice Cruz, how are you? She says, sometimes I have a hard time keeping up with what's going on with you, simply because I refuse to watch any other platforms, but it's okay. I know eventually you'll update. Yes, of course. It's hard to keep up with them because it's always some stupid fucking pedo. Always. All the fucking time. And it's always going to be like, as long as they keep waking up every day choosing the asshole life, that's the way it will always be for them. Haven't you seen that the brightest any one of my haters who eventually betrayed me again The best that they ever have looked as a human being was during the time that they admitted what they did to me was wrong, and in the time thereafter. That's when they gain the energy and attraction of good people. And then they betray me again, and you never, ever see anything even close to that previously elevated version of themselves. That was my energy that did that. Don't believe me? Please. Do you know, man, I'm so proud of myself because I have increased the vocabulary and the grammar of so many of my fucking haters. At least I did that. Mimi says, I don't even know your story, but I came across them one day and I'm like, that much hate has to be against a person who they can't control. That's exactly what it was. If I open up, I look at my phone because I want to do it. If I open up my messages between one of the, we're so cool, you know, in high school, we're this one of the cool girls, right? No, you're not. But if I were to, it's just like Annette from, you know, waddling Annette that still is involved, Annette Gonzalez that made a whole video, literally no shame, no credentials, none, made a whole video on how Vanessa Tijerina needs to be put away, like locked up, for her own safety. That is crazy fucking shit. That's the same hate that these people embody, whether they want to believe it or not. They talk a lot of shit about even that fucking bitch, but they're a bitch just like that one. It's the truth. It's the truth. If I were to open up Annette Gonzalez's, where she first came at me, and it's ugly. It is ugly. It is the most, you can tell that woman is sadistic. I mean, she was sending it to somebody that's like, this has no effect on me, but this is really important because when the public sees this, they're going to know without a doubt that you are a piece of shit. If I were to open up the messages between me and one of the ones that was all hurt and we're trying to be the bigger person, you know, and you know, we're not going to speak against the person that hurt me, because I will always believe when somebody doesn't do that, it is because you did a lot of ugly shit when you were in cahoots with them, and they can easily prove it to the world. I know, because you did it to me. And if I open up the last messages, not on our phones, after I was like, you know, maybe you will, maybe, you know, maybe I believe you, maybe you won't betray me again. Yeah, right. Bitch is a bitch is a bitch. No, the Facebook messages where it shows why to this day in 2025, you literally remember and speak of a hate group against me as if it was some wonderful sorority that you were part of. Disgusting. Victoria Reyes Cruz says, those other platforms just sell their souls for money. They think they're cute and funny, but what they're doing, it's really sad. It's not a good look, and I would never be friends with people like that. Nope. No. I'm going to be honest. It was a mutual friend that's never betrayed me that convinced me to give that person a chance. Not just because I'm a Pisces, not just because I'm autistic. I will cut, my cutoff game is so fucking swift and severe. I can detach from a human so fucking easily based on the degree of damage that you attempted to inflict on me. And I may or may not choose to be petty. It's kind of difficult because I'm a neurodivergent, you know? Yeah. We can always do the hate better than any hate that can come at us. What makes us good people is that many times, and for many of us most times, we don't choose that. We don't. Mimi says, they're the ones that need to be committed. Bigger person, my ass. Thank you. Mimi says, I don't even know your, no. She says, I don't recommend anyone go there. The vibe there is evil. Thank you, Mary Louise. Thank you. I love you, Mimi. You're so smart. She says, people like them are what gives Piaget's theory valid. What makes Piaget's theory valid? Yes. No. Yeah. I do have to say this. I don't think that these fucking bitches are victims. I do, however, think that their children are victims. The victims of the fucking assholes that I've survived, the children and the family of the asshole bitches that think that they're fucking cool girls. The children that the hate that is exactly like them. Those children of those haters do not deserve what those other fucking bitches that you used to align with have said and done to your children. That's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Mm-hmm. But when you're judging me, when you think it's in private and you're judging me about how I'm and you have a judgment or something about my children, God sees that. Mm-hmm. That makes you a fucking evil bitch. Mm-hmm. 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 For perpetuating lies, for not knowing the fucking truth, for speaking and judging me as if you know the truth, which it's not. But it's okay, because those of you in the future watching this, I know. Can you imagine that I made this video before what you all know is the truth? These fucking foolish ass, dumb ass morons look down at their nose at me. Yes, they really did that. They really did that. They really did that. They did. They did. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna go back on my hiatus. And yeah, I don't care. And I don't care if that man over there is saying when my court dates are. And what, he's been doing that forever. He's a weird man. Don't worry. I always have, how should I say this? Let's just say that in the future, you're going to know that at this date and before, it was just a, I guess you could call it a plan, strategy, I don't know what. So, that all the hate will be dealt with in their own individual and unique way. You in the future know that when I said this, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. I love you. Thank you. Mimi says, of course they are not victims. Their kids and spouses are. Yeah. That's why when Ofelia Moreno was saying, they're coming after, why are they doing that? You involved yourself in hating a woman to the point of lying and saying that I didn't know who the fuck you were. All proof out there, all manner of proof exists that woman was forever from the jump. It's one of the things, I don't know, that my hater, most aggressive, violent hater, that's an example. My most aggressive, violent hater, the one that was crazy enough to be like, I've only ever defended myself, literally took on my fucking story. I'm not even fucking kidding. I've survived for 5 years, ni tiene vergüenza. It's my story, your story, and the story of every motherfucking hater involved as a little fucking branch is my story. One more time, many of you are perhaps a sentence in my story. Some of you are a paragraph in my story. No fucking shit. Some of y'all are such fucking evil bitches that you're a whole fucking chapter in my story. But still a part of my story. Fuck your 5 years. Fuck your 1 month, your 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Over 10 years, I've been surviving. Everybody you fucking survived, and you. I don't want to say now you know how I felt. But yeah, that hater was most vicious one saying, look at what they're doing to this. You signed up for this fucking shit. I didn't. You signed up for this shit. You signed up for it, man. And anything that anyone has ever done to any of your children compares to the shit that you said about my 2 little girls. You evil fucking scum. And fuck your stupid ass sister too, Angie. And that's my fucking opinion. And in fucking 10 years, nobody fucking stop me, in power or not, from stating my opinion. Because you know what? Because I'm not here acting like the mera verga. No, it takes something better than that to prove, well, how come she can say whatever? Because she fucking is not like you. It's like they're in awe. How come she can get away with, because you don't do it like me, man. You ain't me. You choose to be a vile piece of shit. It's not gonna happen for you. Try as you might. Group all together. Go with Manny, you and Manny, and all 6, 7, 8 haters of you should all put all your pages together and become moderators and administrators of all your pages together. And you know what the numbers would be compared to mine? And that's because I'm not even trying. I look like this. All right. All right. Oh my God. I haven't even read. I didn't even go live to read that order. And I got tired of hearing people trying to read that. You know, the gag order that they put? Sua sponte. That's how you pronounce it. Sua sponte. And everybody thinks they're so smart. Sua sponte. When a judge makes a sua sponte order, that means sua sponte means that the judge did not get a motion. No party moved. In order for that judge to make the decision, that decision was made by the judge themselves. That is what sua sponte means. So this order made sua sponte literally just means this order that was brought forth by neither one of the parties was formed by just the judge. That's what that means. My goodness. Anyway, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, look at that lady, Yaya. Everybody thinks she's wholesome and everything. No, the fuck you're not. I know, you in the future, I know you're fucking laughing your asses off. Yeah, I'm not kidding. In 2025, there was people that thought that Yaya was a voice of reason. I'm not kidding. It's true. I'm not kidding. It's true. Yeah. Yes, and in 2025, there was like haters that literally talked so much ugly shit and have flipped back and forth between all the hateful sites. I'm not kidding. And they want to mention me when they think it's positive to mention me. And yes, it was like that. Yes. So if I just remember, they doubted that my story was inspirational, motivational. They did. They laughed at it. But you in the future know better. If somebody can take even one of the methods that I use to survive, everything is worth me being vocal about it. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go now. I'm gonna let y'all go. Right. I'll do it one last time, and then I'll see you in October. Maybe November. Maybe. I don't care about my court dates. She said she didn't send it to the judge. Because guess what? When a judge takes an oath, they take an oath to follow the Constitution. Like it or not, you fucking Republican, fucking hateful guy, it's the fucking truth. So I'll say it clear. I don't give a fuck about my court dates. There, that was a perfect clip, isn't it? I don't give a fuck about my court dates. Because I am innocent now, and I will always be innocent. I'm going to be victorious. Just get used to it. I already told you. If you have like a high cholesterol levels and your cardiovascular, system is not in the best condition, you're prone to, all the bad things that happen when you're an asshole living, a life, and you're just a negative, ugly, energy. I don't know. I guess just brace yourself, because I'm gonna get it, all of it, everything I'm going for, I'm gonna get. And one more time, judge me, those of you. Just judge me by the people who speak against me. Judge me by the people that stream me. Judge me by the people who do indirects. Judge me by the people who use my phrases. Judge me by those that I highlight, them acting like if they're the coolest girls in school. No, the fuck you are not. No, you're just a different breed of hate that hate you still fucking are. Period. Hello, sir. I love this. It makes me feel good. This is to all the real ones. And then I'm going to leave this up for as long as I want. And then I'm going to go on my hiatus. I don't know. If people talk shit, I mean, I can do it better. And if I choose to, I will. anything they do, I can do better. And most things they do, I've already done. Okay. I love you, Michelle. I love all of you. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, inviting everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. I love y'all so much. Say no to hate.